So obviously been away for a little bit, and we're back on Glen Alden, and we're selling the milk, and we're going to be progressing through time a bit in this video, as you would have probably seen from the thumbnail. First bit of the video, we're just going to be selling some stuff, and so I might gloss over that as we just chat about a few things. I'm actually not going to cover much of what happened last week because it's stuff, and stuff is stuff. But really just wanted to say that although you've got this video, things are going to restart a little bit slowly, partly because I'm still getting over the stress of last week, and partly because work is quite busy because I took some time off of work as well, and so I need to get all that done as well. So don't have a schedule at the moment for videos. I have some farm sim videos recorded. I'm going to make some Timberborn videos, might make some expeditions videos, and they're just going to come as they come. So yeah, that's kind of that. So we sold the milk. We're going to be selling the whole crop silage. Thank you to Marnux for restacking these trailers for me, what was probably quite a long time ago now. But yeah, we're going to get these whole crop bales sold. You will spot there a bale auto loader. That release actually a little while ago now. It had a re-release, I guess, because it released on PC only initially. And I felt that with the way that one worked and with where we were, basically that one was leased because it let the guys do a load more grass working contracts, which is why the money had gone up a little bit as well between videos. And I felt it fit with where we were. And literally in this video, we're going to be going into August anyway, where we're going to be buying one of those. So yeah, that's kind of that, I guess. So 11-ish grand for those. Bit of more money coming in, and we're going to sell some kit. I'm not sure. I might have skipped something here. So I edited this quite a while ago. So I'm going to sell one of the 8410s, one of the 7810s. These are the highest hour ones. So 43,000-ish for the 8410. That had 76 hours on it. The 7810 had 53 hours on it, and we got 53,000 for that. I haven't. I'm just looking at my notes. We still have another thing to come. And we're selling combine number 2. This isn't the oldest combine, but it is worth about 60 grand. The reason I'm not selling the combine with the most hours is that one is a little bit sentimental. It's combine 1, and it has a name on it, and it relates to something to do with the channel, so that's staying, and we don't really need it, but I'm a sentimental old git. So we're also going to sell the forest area. So I cleared quite a lot of that as well, and actually it's going to take a really long time to process all of the wood that's in the carpentry, so we're selling that to get 250 grand back, and that gives us nearly 800,000 pounds to go shopping with, which is what we're going to do now. So we're going to get ourselves a big new combine and some new tractors and some other bits and pieces. We're going predominantly New Holland. So we're going for the CR9070. So we're looking now at kit from the 2000s. So 2000 to 2010. And I think the stuff that I'm picking fits that era. If it doesn't, please don't give me a hard time. You know, I think I've checked my dates. And I think I've got my right years. So £322,000 for the combine with GPS, so we can make use of guidance steering or VCA or whatever any of us want to use. Went for the long pipe, possibly didn't need it, but really nice big addition to the farm. And with that, we can now get a bigger header. So the 41 foot, so a 12-meter header now, probably overkill for what we're doing on here. But you'll see later, actually, it's, yeah, it's kind of a thing. But hey, we've only got one harvest season left on here, which is this harvest season. And then I plan to move to a map where this might fit better. I don't know what that map's going to be, but that's kind of what I have in my head. So, yeah. Going to get the header trailer as well. So, yep, that one. That one will do the job. And then we're going to pick up a couple of tractors, a new baler, and the bale stacker. So that's the plan. I was actually really worried before I started filming this video that we weren't going to be able to afford everything. I didn't want to take out a massive loan, and that was part of why I did the big bunch of Valley of the Old Farm videos before I took the break, because it was one of my kind of farm sim mental block things that I had. But yeah, the long pipe is plenty long enough, which is good, and that's a nice big combine with a nice big grain hopper as well, so it's going to make getting the field done much easier. And, that's the first crash. Didn't take me long. But yeah, I don't remember when I recorded this video. The last week is kind of a blur of driving into central London and fatigue and yeah, stress. At some point I recorded and edited the footage from this video in the last week and a half, and I actually attempted at one point to record a commentary for this, but the dogs just wouldn't settle, and I just gave up in frustration after about a minute, and I left it, and here we are now. So, and it's been fine, you know. I literally did not have the mental. I didn't even play video games for most of the week. They just did not have the interest. So tractor, I did say we're going mostly New Holland, but this guy has really piqued my interest. I don't remember the modder's name, but I've had my eye on this for a while. I think it's a really nice looking little tractor. Never used it before, so I'm going to grab this as well. That's partly why I sold some of the tractors, because I think this one is probably going to be more of a yard tractor for me. Maybe on the feeder wagon as well. Not sure. But with 130 horsepower, I didn't want to go for the tuned variant, because generally to me tuned is like cheaty. And I try not to use cheaty on here. So we are going to get some fat tires though. And I think I get GPS. That's kind of what I do as standard. So on here, I pay for GPS, and that's so that we can also use the VCA GPS, which I use. And obviously, it's for the multiplayer bit that the patrons have. It's up to them what they want to use. Get a 3-point on the front as well. No PTO, but I tend to not worry about that, if I'm honest. I don't remember if I get a front loader attacher or not. But that is £95,000. So a bit of cash left. There is one more tractor that I want to pick up, but we'll have a quick look at the little class. Yeah, they're released a while ago, and I think it's a really nice tractor. But we're not going to actually look at it, it would seem. But into large tractors, and this one probably won't surprise you if you watched the last few videos. This released just before I recorded, and although it doesn't look like it, technically it scrapes in, because I think it was released in 2009. It's on the list for this next 2 years of gameplay, but we're going to go for the New Holland 70 series. I'm not going to go for the Super Steer, which is what I demoed, but we're just going to go for the normal one, the 240 horsepower, so a bit more grunt, fat tires. We are going to have a 3-point on the front. There we go. So I think this is going to become a real workhorse tractor on the farm. I did have a little look at some of the different colours. I don't remember which one I went for. As I said, played this a while ago. I felt like the metallics were a little bit too metallic for me. Yeah. But did have a little look at, yeah, that definitely 2 for this one. I think I ended up just going for the standard New Holland. I might have changed some of the others. Chrome exhaust? Yeah, why not? And I think I'm in grey wheels. Maybe just to offend some people. Who knows? We're actually going to get some work done in this video as well as doing a load of shopping. But 140 grand for that one. So we've got 160 left. And we're looking pretty good. Next one is balers, and I had a bit of a dilemma with this one, because I felt we needed something with a bale turner on it, because on here we've got some quite hilly fields, and it does become a bit of a pain with them rolling on the fields, and we were doing manual bale stacking. We're not going to need to so much, so yeah. But just having a bit of a look through the options of what we can get. I think the only ones are the two newer, the Fent or the Massey one. So I did ask on Discord if anyone had seen any others, and I think our consensus was that was the one to go for. So we're going to sell the Uniwrap that we've had for quite a while, basically 2 game years. That was one of our upgrades when we moved to the 90s. We're going to keep the Chrome Baler for now. I might upgrade that at some point, but we're going to grab ourselves the Fent Rotana. Now, I know probably this model wasn't available in that period, but it's one of the limitations of, you know, the game and stuff, and I kind of feel like it's right. So yeah, don't care if you disagree. At the moment, basically, this is what we're adding to the game at this point in our technology advancement. So. And the last thing that we're going to add, we're going to return the least one of those, because we're going to buy one, because I think it would be really useful to have our own one on the farm. I might have gone, did I go Anderson actually? I might have gone Anderson. I don't remember. Did I go Anderson Bale Stacker? Because the Anderson will move 24 rather than the lower number of the other one. And this was always my goal for moving into the next decade. You can see I clearly wasn't sure. Let's see what we pick. We went Anderson. So it's going to be good for contracts because we're able to move a lot of silage bales around. And hay bales, because we can do round hay bales, obviously. But, yep. So I need to get all this back to the farm. And then the plan is to, our field of oats is ready to combine. So we're going to get that done today. It's not going to take long with a 12-meter header, obviously. The challenge is going to be actually getting to the farm with that big old combine, because someone forgot that the lanes are quite narrow. And we have hedge collisions. Yay. Thanks, Cav. Really appreciate them hedge collisions. So, bit of auto drive to get the 2 tractors and the baling kit back to the farm. And then I'm going to drive the combine because, as I said, it's a bit snug. It's a bit snug. I would comment on the sound of these vehicles, but I am not listening to the sound today. Very sound sensitive at the moment with the old fatigue. So, yep. I will hear it when I edit the video in a little while, but at the moment, not actually listening to any game sound. So, that's that one off. Back to the farm. And yeah, so the difference between the 2 models of the New Holland is the one that we had on demo. The front 3-point moved with the steering, and I just thought we'd go for the more basic one. Yeah, this combine is nice. I don't remember the last time I used a New Holland combine like this. It appears we were grabbing the door then. Very strange. Anyway, get this back as well and get some work done with it. Yeah, so in kind of, one of the things I realised is trying to tow the header back with the combine was going to be difficult. So I dropped the header trailer and then backed the class down the lane to grab the header. Yeah, a bit snug as you can see. Yeah, so I've got a sack slot video ready to finish up. Some of you won't care. I'm planning to do a short Timberborn video because there are some people that only watch Timberborn, to get that rebooted, and then I'm just going to kind of play it by ear for a little bit, maybe into next week. In particular, so it's quite busy next week. Obviously, just before things went a bit manic, I did a stream and then stopped. So I would like to get that going again as well. Maybe next week. We'll see. Next week, potentially quite busy with work, but I want to get that going if I can. Probably by the time you've seen this, I'm not sure when I'm going to finish editing the video and stuff. There either is going to be, or there will have been, a Terra Life English stream. That is going to be, or will have been, Thursday evening. So, yeah. So one of the things with this is because I want to make my life easier, I'm just going to make the field entrance bigger here. We're just going to take some of the hedge out. I might have been able to get in. I could have probably got in from the other direction if I'd gone back to the farm and turned round. But hedges are removable. So let's just remove a chunk. There we go. Job's a good one. And because we've got lumberjack mod on, we can just destroy the piece of log as well. And the stump. And it will just make it easier. Come on. There we go. And yeah, we can just then pull into the field nice and easily and get hooked up and get combining. Now, I don't think it's going to take us very long at all to clear this field with this header. So one of the things that I think this upgrade is going to let us do, and I might swap the seeder over once we've got a bit more cash in the bank, is because we're not going to be reseeding on this map, is when we move not have to do it with here and split fields up so that we can have bigger fields. But we'll see. We will see. Who knows? But I'm assuming that the map we're going to will have big fields. And I forgot to reset the yield, but it looks like the yield is really good. I don't remember if I reset it while we're going, but a big old straw swath. I don't think we need straw particularly, so I might just sell it off the field. I mean, it would probably make sense. And I don't remember if I baled the straw in this video or not. I don't think I do. It would probably make sense to round bale it, because we could then use the Anderson to take it straight to the store, because we've got quite a lot of straw anyway. So, might do that. Might do that. I think this is probably the only... I don't know, actually. I was going to say this might be the only field that we're going to combine, but I'm not sure. As we moved into August, there were a lot of contract fields that cropped up, I know. So I have taken those on. So either I or the patrons will be doing those. So yeah. Don't know which. We will see. And at this point, I'm going to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I always get very nervous actually when I take breaks about that kind of thing and everyone's just going to vanish. But hey, you're all still here, I think. So thank you. You guys are cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this field combined. And we'll, I guess, have combined a field. Can you tell I'm a bit rusty at this? It amazes me how quickly this, the ability to do this drops off. I guess what I can say. And I've obviously no dates, because you don't have dates for this kind of stuff. At some point over the last 2 weeks, I submitted the update to, or a new version of the improvised animal sheds. It's not an update to it, it's a separate version that will work with expandable pastures. It still only has the 3 sheds in it. And basically it has the 3 sheds with the fronts modified so that you can put in an expandable pasture so the animals can come out, and then you can create your own fencing and front and stuff. So yeah, that was submitted to Giants at least a week ago, maybe more, but at the moment it's still pending. So no idea when it'll get to testing, if it'll pass testing, but we'll see. There was a whole load of stuff that I want to talk about at some point, but I think I'm going to do it in a separate video. And it's stuff about the next game, and I'm going to be doing things differently for FS20, whatever. I always find it really weird that people, because there's been a whole lot of speculation that we're getting FS25, or we're getting a new game, I guess, this year. Everyone thinks that's kind of a given. You know, there's all the videos about what features we must have or should have or whatever. But whether we get a new game this year or next year or whenever we get a new game, I am going to do things differently. And for me, FS22 was the first time I really branched out into doing more than just making videos, and more than doing the odd little tutorial around Let's Play videos, and I learnt some stuff, and I'm going to do stuff differently next time. I've got plans in my head of the things that I'm going to do straight away, and I'm not going to talk about those, but there are things that I'm going to do and things that I'm not going to do, and I want to have a chat about those with people, and yeah, but I'm not going to do it in this video because I haven't really got my thoughts that organised yet. So what we can talk about, because I want your opinion on, is the carpentry. I don't actually show it in here, but it's kind of in my head. I think with the amount of wood that we've put in the carpentry, probably going to take like 18 lifetimes to process because it's a base game carpentry. I've not looked at the mod and I don't want to install it, but I know you can there's the upgradable factories mod. I don't want to install it because I always hear that it causes problems with stuff. But what I was pondering is, rather than just editing the production, using the upgradables factory mod to work out a price to pay to upgrade the factory so that it runs quicker. So that we can actually turn that wood into stuff. Yeah, so all of the extra wood that I cut, I didn't deliver to the carpentry. I took it up to we've got the furniture factory. I took it up to the lumber mill. I got paid for it because there was no point delivering it to the furniture factory because what we've got in there won't process. So, but yeah, I do think that we might need to speed that up a bit to actually get anything out of it in time to make it worth having spent that 60 grand. Apart from the fact that most of the wood that went in there we got paid for, and then we brought it and it was still there. So there is that. Yeah, I really wish I'd reset all of the field info, but I'm really bad for doing that. I wish there was an option actually in precision farming that when you, at some point, it knew when to reset it automatically. But I guess that would be quite difficult. Maybe, I don't know. Like some amount of time after harvest or something. What am I looking at? I do want to get a forage harvester at some point, don't I? Or I need to maybe lease one. Because we've got corn to do soon. Maybe I was thinking about whether I should buy one. I don't know. I do not know. I know we've got a lot of different stuff to do coming up soon because we've got the whole crop around the edges of some of the root crop fields. I think the grass might be ready to cut as well. There's a lot to do. There is a lot to do on the farm, which is good. It is good. And we're almost done. As I said, it didn't take very long at all to harvest this field. It's like a third of an hour. So what's that, 20 minutes-ish? Definitely going to speed the process up. We don't have a corn header. Now, typically I don't harvest corn. We will be silaging it, but we do have a corn header for the other combine, so that's okay. Yeah, so that's that job done. I have no idea how much we got off this field. It was a while ago. I just don't remember. It is what it is. Actually, I don't think we've emptied the combine. Maybe we did. I do not know. Yeah. I made notes for this video, but I kind of stopped at we went and brought stuff. Not expecting it to be quite so long between me doing it and doing the voicing. So, oh well. Let's drop the header off. I was trying to be good. So I put the multiplayer server up after I finished this. So I was trying to be good and like get the header off the combine, and I put the combine away and all that kind of thing. And I think that my intent was that if I did this, I would then also be able to bale the field afterwards. Yeah. It's a decent amount of oats. We have quite a lot of crops in the silo because in July, Eagles went pretty mad with the old harvesting contracts that I'd selected and did them all in, like, game day, which I wasn't expecting. so we've got about 17,000 litres of oats for that. That's pretty nice, actually. It's not a bad yield off quite a small field. I will probably end up milling most of that into grain grist, because we'll get a better price for it that way. That's probably my plan. Anyway, I'm going to say thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said, a bit of a slow restart, but any comments, questions or suggestions, just stick them below. And I'll see you guys next time.